and I also have a little surprise for Sushant. He has no idea. I have my friend Hariqbal joining us right now. So he's an employment attorney, a lawyer in New York, working primarily on film and television productions. Here's a surprise. As a hobby, he also performs as a Bollywood drag queen.
What? Are you serious? That is amazing. Oh my God, that is so cool.
And his drag name is kind of, be prepared, another surprise, Terrorist. T-A-R-A-R-Y-S-T. So we joke around that he sounds like terrorist.
I love it. I love the wordplay in it. I just love it.
So my love for drag, I have to give credit to Hariqbal for making me fall in love with drag right away. And you were coming in my life, so God was preparing me.
It's a pleasure meeting another brown drag artist who, you know, is just empowered with the whole fabulosity of, you know, our Indian heritage. So thank you, Tara.
No, thank you. The honor is truly all mine. Like, I have been such a fan of yours. I've been following you on social media for a long time and seeing all your beautiful viral videos that are just, you are just such a phenomenally talented artist. I was so excited when you know, Seemaji came in and presented this beautiful opportunity. So, and I have to thank you too, Seemaji. I think she's giving me too much credit. I didn't open, I guess, the door for her to drag, but I will take the compliment. So thank you so much for that lovely, lovely introduction.
Yeah, I'm a patron of arts, so whenever I see a good thing, I know.
And we hit it off immediately, so that was the best part. But Sushant, I think, you know, you are. And I'm not just, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because, like, I sometimes just watch you and I'm in awe of your, like, versatility and your talent. And you were truly, I think, one of the most talented artists. And I'm so glad that Seema started off the interview talking about just your artistic ability. You were truly one of the most talented artists that I think that I've probably ever seen. And what I guess one of the things because this is something that I sometimes find to be the case when I perform in drag, and I wanted to see your take on it because you were obviously so, you know, so well appreciated globally. Do you ever find, I find that a lot of times people get hung up on the drag and they view it as a comedy act almost, instead of, it takes a little bit more, and sometimes some people can't actually get to the true value of the art itself, like how talented you actually are as a performer, yet there's this air sometimes that everything you're doing just because you're in drag is like funny or comedy or not necessarily taken as seriously. So I would love to see how you overcome that and how you just push through and really make your art shine and make people focus on what's important.
You know, that's a beautiful point that you made. A lot of times, and of course, drag is comedy, drag is artistry, drag is fashion, drag is everything. And again, drag has no boundaries. So, you know, but when I see, I mean, I don't think that it's wrong to do comedy, but like the thing is that, again, you know, when we are trying to, as we said, drag is a performance art. So anybody that is like a dancer, performer, or a mime artist, or a comedian, or you know, just a poet who's just speaking about his or their poetry, there's so much that you can do with drag. And so I think when we kind of compartmentalize drag and say that drag is only comedy, is where the problem is, because then people don't take us seriously. So I think that needs to kind of course, one of drag's, you know, one of the characteristics of being a drag artist can be that you're funny. But also, you know, there are, you know, I would love when people highlight the grace and the poise and, you know, the magnanimous cultural heritage that they completely forget sometimes. And, you know, I would like to tell the brown queens that, you know, don't try and ape the, you know, like the Westernish concept of drag, because your own country is, you know, has so much that you can work with. Like some of my fellow drag artists in India have an issue connecting with the masses only because their drag names are not even Indian, or the pun that is there. Like, for example, for you, it's so funny. Like, for me, I love things that are crazy and the wordplay and all of that. So I love terrorist because, you're brown, and, again, we're sort of labeled, wherever we go. So, I think that it's crazy that, you're playing with that whole mindset of when people sort of compartmentalize you, that you're brown, you're of Indian origin, and, you have, and then they kind of completely get shit mixed up. And I'm like, I'm looking at them like very uncomfortably, and I want to leave the room ASAP. But, and as you said, that, I have really sort of tried and made my art very eclectic and very amalgamative of, sort of they say mishran, a mixture. In Hindi, we say mishran. It has to be a mixture of everything. And that's when it's very appealing to the audiences, because then the audience can pick and choose which part of your drag they want to connect with. So it has to be very relatable with the audiences as well. So I would just like to tell all the drag artists that please stay true to, and also understand what you want to do. Like, don't be under the pressure of, will it be liked by the others? Yes, eventually, when you are very comfortable with yourself, as I said even earlier, when you're comfortable with your art and you're just going and killing it on stage, people are just going to be with their jaws on the floor. They're going to be like, how is he or she, or how are they doing this? How can you achieve this? Right? So, like, I mean, I also do burlesque. I also do, an entire sort of a set where I'm sort of doing burlesque and, with all the feathers and the aerial act. And I love all that. But to say that I will never perform in, the grandeur, which is the Indian, like an Indian queen, is just wrong, because I love that also. I love this, that, and the other. So I will never say that I will not try and do something. So I'll always try everything.
And you excel at everything from the versatility of yours that I've seen, and I think something that you said very at the end really resonated regarding, I guess, just being comfortable with yourself and finding the, I guess, ability to perform like in a way that's very true to yourself. And I don't know if you've struggled with this. I certainly have. That when you look at the world around you and the people that you had to look up to that were successful artists that people appreciated, and didn't see anybody like you, like there's, for me at least, there was always that pressure to kind of fit into a particular mold. Like, oh, I can't be successful doing whatever. I can't be successful dancing like a little girl or dancing in drag. Like, I have to fit into this one mold or the other. One of the things I think so many people look up to you for is you just said F you to all of that and said, I am going to go out and I am going to make my niche, and the world is going to love me. And this is very cliche to say sometimes. People say, create your own market, create your niche, but you truly did that. You went out there and you were like, I don't care if there's not someone before me to look up to. And now all these little boys and girls and straight, gay, whatever, that want to perform the way you do, they have someone to look up to, and that's huge. So, I mean, I would just love to hear like just your thought process, if that's something you ever gave thought to. And I love that you didn't even let it, in any way get in the way, of course.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. You see, when I was growing up, I keep saying this in most of my interviews, that a lot of times we as Asian children, and especially in a country which is supposed to be diverse, but has been very regressive in a lot of ways, because not because a cultural heritage didn't encompass all of this, but because we somewhere down the line chose to be regressive with our mindsets, right? Especially after the colonial rule of the Britishers. So, they are the ones who came up with these, absolutely archaic, draconian laws, and they kind of, tried to divide us into this, that, and the other, and, on the basis of caste, religion, gender, orientation. That's when, shit started hitting the ceiling. And then the problem is that I think we continued with that thought process. That's our fault. So I would just like to say that yes, there weren't enough pop culture references for me. Personally, as a kid, I didn't see someone in drag on national television, because then I would have been like, wow, that's what I want to do. That is exactly what I want to do. And I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. So I didn't have that. But then I realized that if I'm going to sit on all of this talent, my bum is going to hurt. I needed to explode it.
You did.
So I said, I have to put it out there for the next generation, and for even this generation, that, and also, as I said, that the people who are older also, there's no particular age that you can start doing drag. Like somebody who's 45, 50, 60, they might just like one day say that, my God, that's amazing. I've always wanted to do this. So now let's do it. So I just want people to understand that there's no age limit, there's no gender restriction. So, and when I'm able to do that, I think that really just encourages people to be like, yeah, F you. If you don't like me, just change the channel. It's that simple. Like, don't stay there. Like, I mean, I would love it. Please stay there, monetize my damn show, so I get nominated for more awards because of the viewership. And then you can have an opinion. But my thing is, if it, you're cringing and, like, these people are like, oh my God, this is so awkward. Why are you sitting and watching it? Are you crazy?
They love to hate.
So
they're jealous.
Yeah. Like, you want to have an opinion. You don't want to watch it, but you still want to watch it. So I'm just like, you have issues. And you need to take it to the therapist.
And to terrorists.
And to terrorists. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you. That was a really, really good, some little insights that you gave us. It was very interesting, even for me to hear it. And Tara, I'll say, I was listening to both of you. For you, I would say, you don't have to worry a thing about not being comfortable. I've seen you.
But it's taken a long time to get there,
No, you don't have to worry about grace, poise, or not being comfortable. Only you have to figure out your time and how much you can dedicate. And you're off. You're off on to this world. So yeah, let's have a song. What are you singing next for us?
Let's say theirs, because I'm referring to him right now in his drag avatar. So their choice of song.
I want to pick one that really good one is also Morni with Ilarun.
Morni vanga bole aadhi raat ma chanan churiya chanak gayi dekh bal ma churiya chanak gayi haad ma. And then there is that whole Rajasthani folkish.
Exactly, the Ilarun part. Yeah.
Oh, har lamba lamba ghungat kahe ko dala. Oh, lamba lamba ghungat kahe ko dala. Kya kar aayi gori muh kahi kala. Kaanon mein battiyan karti hai sakhiyan. Raat kiya re tune kaisa ghotala hai. Gup chup gup chup gup chup gup chup. वो छत पे सोया था बहनोई, छत पे सोया था बहनोई, मैं तन्ने समझ कर सो गई. मुझको राणा जी माफ करना, वो गलती मारे से हो गई. मुझको राणा जी माफ करना, वो गलती मारे से हो गई. गुपचुप गुपचुप गुपचुप.
So what are we singing next?
I'm going to sing Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive, because I think that's a gay anthem all over this. I think in this entire galaxy. You sing it to the aliens, they'll also dance.
Yeah.
They'll also come out of the closet.
Let's have it. Can't wait.
Let's go. All right. It's my favorite. Okay.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. But I grew strong and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from MySpace. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. Should have changed that stupid lock. Should have made you leave the keys. If I'm known for just 1 sec, you'll be back to bother me. Oh, now go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. Cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I crumbled? And you thought I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. I will survive.
Who could have thought that somebody who just sang the Behnoi song a minute ago can just completely take a different avatar and just take off. So I guess we have to say bye to Tara now. Tara, I know you have a lawyer kind of world to go back to.
Trust me, I would much rather stay here all day if I could. Sushant, it was such a pleasure, truly an honor. I mean, I think just watching you just in this interview and being in awe of you from all of your social media and art that I've seen, I think they say that some people are just truly born to be stars, and that it cannot be more true of you.
How sweet.
Just
how sweet.
Love seeing you shine. You're just shining so bright, and I just know it's going to continue to go brighter and brighter, and I cannot wait to see how much more exciting stuff you do. So thank you. And Seema, thank you for including me in this. This was such a beautiful opportunity. I am so grateful to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you. No, you added a new dimension to our show, so I loved having you. All right. Thank you, Tara. And I'll continue with Sushant. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot, Tara. Thanks for joining us.
Would love it if you click on the like and subscribe button below. I bring positive stories from celebrities and philanthropists from around the world, and stay updated with all things fab on my Fablife360 Instagram page. Also, if you are looking for something fun and inspiring to listen to, find my podcast Fablife360 on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.